My name is Dr. Ehiva Heme Ugele Nelson, or you can all call me Doc or Dr. Ehi for short. Nice to meet you all. So I'm a data engineer. I am currently the data engineering lead at Analytics, as well as a senior data administrator. Now, I'm super excited to be here, and I'm super excited to meet all of you. Now, tonight, we promise to have a first section and interaction together. So some of the things I could assure you will get to see from our interaction today is the perspective of what it means to do tech as a data engineer. We'll get to navigate through a practical project that shows us how to extract information from a website. We get to interact and see how things work on a day-to-day as a data engineer. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. More importantly, I get to show you guys how you can transition from any aspect of your field into tech, into data engineering. Now, it might surprise you to know that today, you hear the name Dr. Well, that's because my background was not actually in tech, but in healthcare. I am a trained pharmacist. Studied, finished up my training, practiced for a bit before I tilted into tech. So if it's someone like me who is coming from an area of healthcare, where all I knew was drugs, and before you know it, you see me as a senior data associate, it shows you that it's really, really possible. Wherever you come from, whether you learned art, whether you learned science, whether you learned commerce, it's very, very, very possible to migrate into tech, to transition into tech. So I look forward to having a fun discussion with you guys. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. I look forward to hearing your fears. I look forward to hearing your worries. I'm going to be available for you guys. So let me proceed to share my screen. Awesome. Okay. So I'm super excited, like I said, to have all of you here. I can see a couple of us joining in from around the world, wherever you are. Let me see. So before we get started, I want you all to post on the chat telling me if you're happy to be here, give me a yes. And not just that, also tell me where you're from. So yes, I'm from Nigeria. Yes, I'm from South Africa. I'm from Ghana. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from US. I'm from UK. I'm from Canada. Please, by all means, give me a yes in the chat. Let me see all of you guys. Awesome. So I'm getting a couple of feedback from different people. We have Wabiu, a dentist from Kenya looking to transition into tech. Hi, Wabiu, can relate, fellow healthcare workers here. Happy to see you. We have Aimua, and she is from the UK. Wabiu is from Kenya. We have Thomas from the UK. So guys, just feel free to chat up to let me know where you are from, where you're joining us from around the world. Let us interact, let us communicate. Awesome. So we have 19 people. I've only gotten the feedback from. So let's see how you guys are doing. Awesome. So I see Anthony from UK. I see Kelechi from Lagos State. Awesome. So I like that. We are all ready. Here to hear from some people. Ife, how are you? Fermi, how are you? DZ, how are you? Chris, yeah, Brian, what's up? How you doing? Ife, Lua, Micah. I hope you all are good. I hope you guys are excited. I know it's been a rough day, especially for many of us that are from Nigeria, from UK. We've had a busy day today. We're just probably getting back from home. Some of us are still at work. We just snuck in to have a few listening. I have all of you covered, no problem. So I hope to go alongside with you guys every step of the way. Of course, if there are questions, if you have questions that come up at any point in time, feel free to drop it in the chat. I will attend to them. I'll talk to you. The point of this is just to interact. Let us rub minds together. So don't look at me as a data engineer from a farm. Someone like you transition into tech. I don't have a background in tech. I don't have a computer science degree. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So also, let us get started. So our topic will be a practical masterclass. This is a practical masterclass where we'll be building, and not just me, we'll be doing it together. We'll build an ETL pipeline that is designed to scrape data from the web. That's be the core, the practical side of what we're going to be doing today. Very short practical series. So it's proper that we begin by telling you a bit about the company, Tenalytics. What is Tenalytics? You've seen it, some of you have heard about it, some of you may have not heard about it, maybe a friend or family told you what Tenalytics is. In this section, we'll just talk a bit about it. What's Tenalytics? So Tenalytics is an edutech company that helps Africans and people of the Black community to learn premium tech skills, lowering the entry barrier into tech. Our service offerings are focused on building a capacity understanding across different fields. We have fields from data analytics, business analytics, HR analytics, data engineering, data science, financial analysis, Scrum, cybersecurity, AI engineering, and the entire basic data ecosystem. Now, some of you may be raising, did this guy just wake up and just say they want to start teaching people? No, we didn't just do that. We took our time to carry out research. Researched on what are the current tech skills that are in demand. All of you can pick up your computer right now, go to Indeed, go to platforms like LinkedIn Jobs, Google search available tech roles, available jobs in demand. I bet you, I can promise you, you will not even get to the first, the second, the third, you should see one of these jobs in these fields listed here. Why? Because these are jobs in demand. Company want this. You may come up with a medicine degree, with a dentistry degree, pharmacy degree, and yes, again, they are ready to pay these guys that can work from home in their pajamas. They're ready to pay them loads of money. So we've done this research. We've discovered that this is a need right now. Companies are looking for these individuals, and hence why we've decided that, wow, this is what we're going to focus on and train. And of course, we're still growing. Hopefully, we'll be adding more to the curriculum as things evolve. So we train people on these skills. Now, our facilitators, all our facilitators are top professionals from diverse sectors and reputable organizations. We have guys that have worked in Apple, Microsoft, McKinsey, Amazon, PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, Sahara Group, P&G, Google, Coca-Cola, different popular banks in Nigeria and across the world. We have professionals from different parts of the globe, and they are all working professionals. So when we teach and when we communicate with people, it's not just read this thing in a book and we're coming to teach you guys. No, this is what we do on a day-to-day basis. This is what we do when we interact with people, so we can give you knowledge not just from the books, the theories, but from things we do on a day-to-day basis. And I'm sure you all can appreciate what it means to get experience and knowledge that you get from a day-to-day basis, day-to-day conversation. So our courses are structured in a way that makes it practical and easy to get. So okay, yeah, I'm back. Sorry for that. A brief router glitch, but I'm back now. Let's get started. Okay, so Yeah, that's it on us. And what I was trying to say is that one thing you can be sure about with our training is that we don't just focus on talking about theories and jargons. No, that's not what we do. We try to teach this in a very practical, easy to understand way, such that you don't need to read heavy textbook, heavy vocabulary to understand this thing of tech. Because if I had to do that, probably I would need to go to school to learn tech. But that's what we try to do. We try to give you guys in the most practical, easy to understand way it could be understood. So a bit about myself. My name is Dr. Ehiva Hemel. I'm a technology expert with over half a decade years of experience working in data engineering and 8 years of experience in digital marketing. The experience cutting across multiple sectors. I've had the opportunity to work with multiple companies, work as a data engineer, work as a cloud engineer, quite skilled in the three popular aspects of cloud, Azure, AWS, GCP. I'm a pharmacist by training and a big data enthusiast. I certified as a data engineer professional by Explore AI Academy, the South African Institute. Happen to know I'm a first class graduate from as a pharmacist from the University of Benin, Nigeria. My experience spans across working with Amdari as a data engineer lead. I worked as a data engineer and technical lead for the Bull Squad Limited. I worked as a data engineering contractor and digital marketing lead with Midtown Tech of Nigeria. A couple of others. Um, my knowledge cuts across data engineering, digital marketing, healthcare, and data analytics. Of course, this material that we're using for this section we made available for you guys. So you guys could search up, you could check me up on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, that's all my social medias. What will we be doing today, guys? So beginning part of this section, we'll quickly, in a very, very easy way, show you guys a simple ETL pipeline orchestration that shows you guys how to scrape data from the internet into a database. Then we'll really break this thing up, this thing of data engineering. What is it? And what do you need to get started? Your pathway. What do you need to know to get started? What do you need to learn? And how would we as analytics be helping you in your journey to get there? Because we've done it for a lot of people. I will get to show you all of this. Then we'll talk a bit about our upcoming cohorts. And we have discounts. We have fresh discounts and gifts available, freebies available for the you guys to take advantage of. So that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about. So before we begin the case study, who is excited? If you're excited, give me a yeah in the chat. Let me know that you're all excited. I've taken you guys on the journey so far and you guys are having fun. If you're excited, give me a yeah in the chat. If you're not excited, maybe say, oh, no. But I'm sure you're all excited. I'm just joking. Okay, Thomas is excited. Fermi is excited. Shay is excited. Kelechi is excited. Okay. Getting a few people excited. Vicabo is excited. Okay, I'm starting to get excited now because I thought it was just only two people excited, but I'm glad we are all excited up until this point. So the way I'm going to design this casework I'm going to do with you guys, I'm going to break it down to something very, very easy to understand. I'm not going to bug you guys with the technical chapters. That's you will learn when you join analytics. Very easy. Everything I'm going to do today, you're going to learn how to do it perfectly, without issue, without glitch. It's all going to be very, very simple for you. What I just want you guys to follow me on this journey is, we're like taking off with an airplane now, and we're going to show you guys how very possible it is to get information that you see on a daily basis on your website, to get this information into a database in a CSV format that you can access. Interesting, isn't it? That is what I'm going to show you. That is the journey. Don't bother with the technical jargons. I'm going to simplify all of that and make it pretty easy for you to understand. Awesome. So let us kickstart it. Now, imagine we're all data engineers. We're all data engineers right here. We're working in a leading HR company that wants to analyze job posting from popular HR websites. They want to catalog them for easy referencing in their own database. Now, lacking the necessary information, they intend to acquire this information through the process of web scraping. Web scraping, just like the name implies. What it is, you're going to go to the website, to scrape data from the website. Just like how you guys, when eating, you take a spoon, take a pot to start scraping the remaining food that's stuck. Exactly, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be scraping data from the website. Now, the objective for us data engineers, they come to us, oh, guys, data engineers, we need data from this website. Is it possible that you guys can build something to do that? So we're going to build an ETL solution. ETL stands for E, extract, T, transform, L, load. So we're going to build an ETL solution that scrapes this job posting data from the internet. It prepares the data, simple preparation, then load the data into a database. And the database we'll be using is PostgreSQL database. Pretty easy. Now, this is the website we're going to be extracting the information from, called MyJobMag. Quite popular. Many of you guys have searched for jobs in Nigeria. You probably have used this website on a few occasions. So it's quite popular. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. So what is going to be the process flow? Any of you can do this. It's surprising to know that this video is going to be made available to you guys on YouTube, so you guys can watch it again and again and again. So you all can actually pick this up and use that. But if you're going to use that, you're going to need a computer that has a good computer that probably uses Windows. Windows OS is fine. You can also use Apple, but for this case, we're going to use Windows. Minimum of 4 GB RAM. At least I'll be able to run the basic software you need to be able to run this. You're going to need good internet connection because, of course, you want to browse the internet, you want to get information from the internet. So, of course, you're going to need good internet connection. You're going to need a good browser. Say Google Chrome is perfect. Google Chrome is perfect. You're going to need to have Python installed on the computer, and the Python will come with a few packages such as Beautiful Soup, Requests, Pandas, and SQL Alchemy. Those are the tools that you would need in Python to be able to extract this information from the internet. Then you're going to use a few softwares, things like pgadmin for your database, VS Code, that's going to be the environment where you're going to code, Draw.io, or Anaconda. If you don't want to use VS Code, you can also use Anaconda for this. That's your Jupyter notebook. So these are the requirements you need to work on this project. With this, all of you can do what I'm about to do, and you can do it pretty easy. Now, what are the tech stacks you're going to be using? In particular, you're going to need Python. Python is going to be the primary language that you'll be using to write this code, and to be used to carry out the web scraping. And in Python, you'll be using requests for web scraping, Beautiful Soup for interpreting the HTML content, SQL Alchemy for interacting with your database. When you've loaded the data into your database, you can use SQL to write queries to find out information on your database. Pretty easy. Then the database in question that will be used will be the PostgreSQL database. Easy, right? And this is the simple flow. Simple flow. We're just going to write a very simple Python script. Very simple Python script that will do just one job. Take this data, extract it, transform this data in a format that is useful, and load that data into a database. Very simple thing. That is what we're going to be doing in a few minutes. Give it take 30, 45 minutes, we should be done. Then we'll talk about other aspects. So let's get started. How do we get started? Visit the website. Let's go to the website. So this is the website. As you all can see, this is a website that we're going to be extracting the information from. So how do we get started? So say I want to extract this information from this website, I would go to my desktop. I'm picking points where I want to work. So I create a new folder on my desktop. I'm going to share my desktop now so that you all can see my desktop. So I will go to my desktop. This is my desktop. I would create a new folder. This is going to be the folder where I'm going to work. I'm going to call it job list cataloging. Cataloging. That's what I'm going to call the website, the folder. So I'll open the folder. Quite understandable. Then the next thing I'm going to do, inside the folder, I am going to open up the environment where I'm going to write my code. We call it VS Code. VS Code. We're going to write our code in this environment. Pretty straightforward thing. Now, this is the environment where we'll be writing all our codes. So I can zoom in for you all to see. I'm sure you all can see it. Sure, not all of you are using glasses like I am. So I have to zoom in for you all to see. So now that it's zoomed, I'm going to create a file here. And the file is going to be the Python notebook where I'm going to be writing my code. So I call it etl.ipynb. Now, ipynb is the file, just like how you have doc files, you have PDF files, you have JSON files, you have Excel files. ipynb represents Python notebook. That's going to be the notebook file that we are going to be writing our codes. Now, pretty easy. Now, to run a Python code, we are going to need to select the environment where we'll be writing our code. You see I have different versions of Python installed. I can pick anyone. So let me pick this. Now, the very first step, just like how we mentioned, we are going to need to install the necessary tools that we would need to work. That is these tools, the requests, beautiful soup, pandas, SQL, Alchemy, because these tools needs to be present in our Python environment to be able to work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to install it real quick. So to install it, you can say pip install, and you can put all of them. So I can say beautiful soup 4. That's the name for beautiful soup. I can say request. I can say SQL Alchemy and pandas. Now, this is the code you would need to run to install it. I'm not going to bother running it because I already have it installed. But these are, when you're starting this project, many of you that will start into the brand new computer, you don't have anything installed, you need to run this code to install. So once you've installed, what is the next step? You are now going to need to put all these packages, bring all these packages to your environment, because you are installing them, but after installing it, you need to attach it to the notebook so that you can then use them in your code. So that's the next step. That's usually the next step when we do things like this. So pretty easy. I can go straight and say import request. I can say import, I can say from BS4, imports what? Beautiful soup. I can say imports what? RE. Then I can say imports. Then another tool I will use, I said I will need pandas, because at the end of the day, when we extract the data, we use pandas as a tool for manipulating the data set. We use pandas for manipulating the data set. Then from SQL Alchemy, imports create underscore engine. So all these things, you don't need to bug your head too much about it. We'll get to see them in the work. But then again, just understand that all of them are tools that we use in our work. They are tools we use in our work. So run this step, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Everything runs smoothly. Now, before you start to scrape information from your website, you need to be able to check that that website will allow you scrape information from it. So you need to be able to ping the response code for the website. So how do you do that? So let's say we create a variable, a placeholder name called, this is where we'll put the URL for the website we want to scrape from. Then we'll say R equals to, this is where we use this function, this package that we imported, this request that we stored here, this is where we use it. So we'll say requests dot get in brackets URL. Then we can now print response. Now, usually the idea here is that we're trying to test to see if, would this website allow me to scrape information from it? Would this website allow me to scrape information? I want to know, because if this website would not allow me, there's no point in going to go and start writing very long code. It will not allow you, it will not allow you. So that's the very first thing you need to check. So we go back to the website and we copy the website URL. We copy the website URL. So this is it here, the website link. Copy it, come back to our VS Code, and we paste it here. So upon pasting it, let's run this code. So what we want to get is every website that will allow you script from it. What you're looking at getting is what we call a response 200. A response 200 simply means, yes, this website will allow, is successful this website will allow you to script from it. If you get anything other than 200, maybe you get a response 400, means error, response 500, error. There are different response codes. And we'll talk more about that when you join the program. But the different response codes, we are after getting a response 200. Now we are clear. You're good to go. You're good to script. What is the next thing? Now, one thing I want you guys to realize, this thing that you're seeing here is the front end of every website. All websites have it, front end. That's the part that you see. That's the part that we interact with. This part, all these things I'm seeing, these are the front end. There's the back end. Now, this front end that we're seeing, it has codes that code for everything. How do you see those codes? I want to teach you guys something new. When you right click on your computer, you see this inspect button. When you click on it on your computer, you should see the code that codes for this page. Wow, just showed you guys something new. Show you guys you don't know it existed. Yes, that's right. So that is why if you, for example, put this here, you see all the different aspects that codes for different aspects. You can see the icon changing, showing you each place that is highlighted. That is the code that is coding for that aspect. So this information, I want you guys to know that it's very possible to view this information now from our code. Let's check it out. So if you want to view this information, pretty easy. We'll say print in bracket r.txt. And when you do that, you see that exactly the same information we can view now that we've been able to connect to the web page. So look at this thing here. Just take a look at it. See this first set of things. Let's go back here and see. I'm sure you guys can see that it's pretty much an exact replica. Interesting, isn't it? So with this, we have access to these codes. And because we have access to this code, we can script this. Now, in order to be able to script it, we need to use Beautiful Soup. So how do I modify it? Right now, I just use the request tool. Now I'm going to include Beautiful Soup because Beautiful Soup is the exact tool that allows us script. So pretty easy. How do we script that information? So I'm just going to copy this and show you guys how I will do it. So I paste that here. Then what do? I create a variable called soup and I add Beautiful Soup in brackets r.txt, lnlx. This is a default code that allows us script the information. So now that that is done, we can then now proceed to start scripting. Now, very simple. Let's look at this website and let's agree together the information we want to script. So these are the jobs on the website. You see all the different jobs. So let's pick a few things that we want to script. So let's say, first of all, let's agree. We want to script the title, first thing. So the first column we want to get, think about it, you have a table. The first thing we want to get is the title. Then after the title, we want to get the description. Interesting, right? We want to get the description. Then maybe after the description, we want to get the dates so that we can know the date the job was posted, so that we can even bother to know if the job is still available. So we want to do an analysis, look for dates that were posted between so date, jobs that were posted between so date to so date. We can be able to get that information. So we want to get a date. Then more importantly, I think each title has a link. Let's see. I think if you right click on here, you should be able to click on the job. So each job has a link. Now we want to be able to get this link. Want to be able to get this thing. So those are the 4 things we want to get. Want to get the title, want to get the description, want to get the dates the job was posted. I want to get the link for the job. Very simple things. Now, how do we do that? So coming back, the very first thing I want to get is the name, is the title. So I create a variable called name. Name equals to soup dot find all. I use a function called find all. And now, in every code, there's something we'll come to teach you when you join the program. There's something called tag and attribute. Now look at all of this. Let's start from the beginning. Look at all of this. You see this information, things that you see, things like head, starts with head, ends with head, starts with body, ends with body, starts with HTML, ends with HTML. Those kinds of things. You see INS, starts with INS, and ends with INS, backwards / INS. Those kinds of things are called tags. Now, inside every tags, you see this other information like area, / hidden equals to false, star. Those things are called attributes. Now, tags they're used in HTML a lot, the code-based HTML. They are what assigns certain functions or elements to a particular segment. HTML represents that. This whole thing you're writing is an HTML code. Head represents the header, body represents the body of the code. So you have different as you open up, you have different tags and attributes for different things. So the idea of knowing this is that everything that you see on the website has a tag and the attributes that account for it. So our idea now is if we know the tag of an attribute of a particular item, we can be able to find that item in the website page. That's the logic that we're using. If you understand this simple logic, all we just need to now do is trace the tag information for the title. Now, when we open that up, you can see the information here. So you can see the title information here. The tag is A. The attribute is style equals to this. So if I have this information, I can get this. Now, what does that mean? Simply just come back to my code and put that information there. So I'm looking for a tag A, an attribute what? Style. A style equals to a space. That's all I'm gonna do. Then I put my title equals to this, and I wanna say for all the information in name, I'll then attach all those information to my title. Now, after doing this, pretty easy, I do this here, and voila, you get to see all the codes, all the title information. Can we see it? Interesting. It feels like magic that I did, but it's not exactly magic. Basically, looked at the information. See this information here? That was all we needed to get. It's surprising to know that every website for that particular website, all the job titles share the same tag and attributes. So if I know that all the job titles share the same tag and attributes, I can find all of them and put them in a list. And that's what I did. Now, for description and the rest, we're pretty much going to do exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Now, take a look. Now, this is the code for description. Now, see this tag and attributes. Let's go back to description and check. Let's go back to description and check. So if I check the description information, are you guys seeing that it's the same tag and attribute? So you see the tag li, see the attribute class equals to colon job description. That's what I put here. That's what I put here. And when you run it, exactly the same format, and you see that we have all the description information. Right? What about dates? What about dates? Now, date is a little bit different. Date is a little bit different. We did the same thing for date. Sorry. Now, we did the same thing for date. The only difference is that now, if you look at these websites, look at the website, you see that all the dates pretty much are for jobs in 2024. But on the website itself, it didn't add that 2024 information. Instead, we're just seeing 18th of July. It could be July 2023, July 2022, July 2021, July 2030. So we had to now, this is where your knowledge of Python that we train you to understand comes in. We now have to play with it a bit, making it slightly different from the previous. So what different things did we do? First things first, we got that information from there. Then we added 2024 to it. Well, so it's now July 18th, July 2024. Now, when you get that, what do we now do? We now converted it to date time format. So upon converting it to date time format, you now get this at the end of the day. So it's running. Oh, so to do that, we need to import this date time function. We import it at the beginning. So that's what we're going to do here. Say from date time imports this time. So now that that is done, when we run this now, voila. So you see, we converted that 18th July to dates. Now you can see 18th July 2024 Now you can see all the dates. Straightforward, isn't it? Now, the last thing we wanted to get was the job URL. So how do we do that? Similar, but not exactly the same. Now, interesting to note that job URL is not exactly reflecting. Instead, it's an attribute. So if I click on date, now you remember that the link itself is an attribute of its own. So what we want to get really is not the text information that we've been seeing here, but the link information. So what we actually want to print out is the attributes, not the text. So that's where the difference is exactly 9. And that's the modification we made in this code here, as you can see. So we got the tags, we searched there to find the attributes, which the attribute is href. When we did that, we run, and you can see all the codes. So what do we have? We have 4 different lists now. One list for all the titles, as you can see in the title list. Then inside the job description list, we have all the job description. Inside the dates list, post date list, we have all the post dates. Inside the job URL list, we have all the job URL. Pretty easy, isn't it? Now, the next thing we want to do is put all of this in tabular format. How do we put all of this in tabular format? Pretty straightforward. So to put all of this in tabular format, this is the basic code we would write to put it in tabular format. So what do? We create, every table needs a column name. So we created a column name. For title, this is the column name. For job description, this is the column name. For job post, this is the column name. For the job URL, this is the column name. We put all of that inside what we call a dictionary. This is what we call a dictionary in Python. So we put all of that inside a dictionary. We now converted that dictionary to table, what we call data frame. Then aligned it properly. So when you run this, we've created a table. How do we view this table? Let me show you a short view of your table that we all created together. So we say view table. Let's say we want to view the first 10 rows in the table, and you see. Can you all see your table? So I've been able to show you guys how we can get this information from the website and put it in a table. Can we print out this table in CSV format so that you all can see? Yes, we can. Very easy. How do you put it in CSV format? Very, very easy. So we say to what? 2 underscore CSV in brackets. You want to give a table a name. What should we call it? Let's call it let's use a small letter. My job list .csv. That's what we want to call it. And we also have to set our index to what? False. Index to false. So we run. Automatically, you see the CSV table appear. That's it. And you can see your table. This is your data in CSV format. Interesting, isn't it? You can see all the information. So you have your so you can open this thing in an Excel sheet to open in an Excel sheet. You want to open it in an Excel sheet, pretty easy. You can come back here and open your stuff in an Excel sheet. It will open. See your Excel sheet is opening up, you'll see your table. So we can put, this is how we build a very simple detail that can put data in the format that it should be. This is how we work as data engineers. Now, the final part of this work would be to load that data into a database. Now, we want to load that data into a Postgres database. So let me open my Postgres database. I'll open what we call pgadmin. That's the database. Now, this database is a database that is hosted on the cloud. Everybody in the world can access this database. So you as a data engineer, your job will be to build this database so that everybody who needs information can access the database at will. So after designing your data in tabular format, you put it in the database. So everyone who wants to work on the data, who needs data, can go to the database, put data from there, and work with ease. So this is a sample of the database I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to create a database together, empty database, and we're going to load this data there. So when we load this data, the data is there. You can all can view it, can view all the information you want to view in the database. Pretty easy. So while our database is opening, what will be the codes to load this data to the database? What will be the code? So I'm going to show you guys real quick. So this is the code we use to load the data to the database. Pretty easy. So the code will take all our database information. So this database, when you join the program, we'll show you guys how to set up a database like this. We'll show you guys how to set up such a database, how to set it up and utilize it. But your database have basic information. To have a username, to have a password, to have a host detail, to have a port detail, to have a database name. So when this database creates, we'll create one together, the database name together, and we'll load the data. But pretty much when we load the data, at the end of the day, our data table will be called, jobs. Table jobs. And once our data has loaded successfully, we'll get a congratulatory message. What would that congratulatory message tell us? That the database, the tables, the data have been loaded successfully. That's the information we want to get from our table. So our database is almost open. Oh, it had a subtle fail. Well, let's open it again. That's not a problem that happens sometimes. It's a say system error or something. So we'll open pgadmin again. That comes up. So that is opening up. It takes roughly a few minutes, so 1-2 minutes, and it's open. So just waiting for it. So guys, that's really it. That's all the magic. There's no magic involved. You do something like this for your boss is happy and you're excited. Everyone's clapping. Oh, data engineer, you've designed, and you can build very, very complex databases. The databases that maps data for an entire country, an entire city, an entire company that spans multiple countries. You can build databases like these, all from the comfort of your laptop. And you can map it out so that everyone can interact with it. Software developers can, data scientists can, data analysts can. You can do all of this as a data engineer. Okay, our database is opening up. So this is how this particular database looks like for those who have not seen it before. So you see different servers. Some are locally hosted, some are on the cloud. Like this one now is hosted on the cloud. So anybody across the world can access this particular server with the access details. So I'm going to be using this particular server, but we're going to create our own database together. Let's create a database. So we'll create a database. We'll call it, let's call it masterclass. Let's call it masterclass. Masterclass database. A masterclass database. That's what we're going to call it. So beautiful. So you see this database, we've opened it up. This is the database. As you can see, there's no table there. There's no table. But we are now going to put our own table. So how do we do that? So we are going to put that date here. Masterclass. That's the name of that database. We're going to put it there. And we run. Now, all things being equal, we should get database table data loaded successfully. Awesome. So let's refresh again. Can you all see the jobs table appear? Interesting, isn't it? And we can open our table. We'll view our table. You can view all our table on the database. And this is how you create a database that is made readily available for everybody in the company. You can see the table. This is the table. And of course, we've not done any massive pre-processing to this data. Other things will be like cleaning the data. We just showed you guys how to build a very, very simple solution. Very, very simple solution for your company to be able to utilize. Now you can query this database as whatever you like. If you want to query the database, very simple query you can write. You can say, let's give a very simple example. You can say select. That's a simple SQL query, which we'll get to teach you guys when you join. Select all from jobs. Select all from jobs, and you can run this query. Voila, you see your job table. Everything. It's all there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it on the project. And very, very simple thing to do. So let's get back to our presentation. Now, but before we go, do you guys have any questions, feedback? How did you guys find the project? Hope it was interesting enough for you guys. Let me see your comments there. Yeah, I got a comment from Bicabo that this is lovely. It looks so simple, but a lot of effort and knowledge are also at stake. Nice one. Yeah, it's actually that easy, guys. I don't want you guys to get scared or worried that it's a tough one. No, actually, it's really easy. As long as once you get the hang of things, and that's what we're going to be discussing. So let's continue. But so far so good. If we're excited up until this point, give me a year or a thumbs up on the chats if you're excited up until this point. If you've loved everything up until this point, give me a thumbs up. I'm not getting any thumbs up now. I'm worried. Does that mean that you guys did not enjoy yourself watching this project? Okay, so Olaleko send me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm scared now. If I'm getting just one thumbs up out of a lot of people, okay. Ayuma gives me a thumbs up. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm getting thumbs up. I'm getting a good number of thumbs up. Okay, now I'm excited. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Now let's continue and let's learn. Now we've seen the practical side of what data engineers do on a day-to-day basis. But let's talk about data engineering, what data engineering is, what's about. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for the thumbs up. Now, data engineering is a set of operations aimed at creating interfaces and mechanisms for the flow and access for information. Basically, who are data engineers? We set up and operate an organization's data infrastructure, the whole data system. We set it up, and if we're coming to an organization that already has it set up, we manage it, we scale it. We prepare it for further analysis and use case by data analysts, data scientists, and other relevant stakeholders in the organization. So what does that mean? The data begins with the data engineer. It starts from the data engineer. Everything about the data system. You're like that quiet guy in the company that knows everything. You're like custodian of data. If it were a healthcare thing, think the dentist in the house can relate. If it's a healthcare team, you're like the pharmacist in the team. At the end of the day, everyone will ask you, "Fam, Alpha, this drug is here available. What do you think about this drug?" Yeah, everyone, you must. And if you're always that key nucleus, because the data starts from you. It starts from you. So it looks far-fetched, but just to give you an idea, think about this company, for example. You as a data engineer, you'll be building and maintaining data infrastructure to automate the movement of data, making it readily available for relevant stakeholders. We see things like moving data, for example, this kind of infrastructure. Now, practically speaking, our students were the one that built this solution in a case study where, as you can see, data moves from an external source, an API, to a database, whereby they automated the movement of that database into a storage location. Then they cleaned the data, put the clean data in the transform solution. They automated the movement of that data from this into a data warehouse. This solution is 100% completed by our students. They built this infrastructure. Interesting, isn't it? People like yourselves. This is another infrastructure that was built in the community. Quite simple. When data is pretty much moving from an API into a cloud storage account in an automated fashion. So how to build infrastructures like this that helps company. These are the things we teach you. These are the things we help you understand in analytics. So now that you have an idea of what you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis as a data engineer, building systems, building infrastructures, managing them for the ones that already exist, optimizing them to save cost, to improve speed, to improve storage capacity. These are the things you'll be thinking about. What is now this pathway. How do you get there? And how do we as 10 analytics help you get there? What do we offer you and promise you as a data? For the organization, and how do we go about getting this data? These are the questions that a data engineer answers, so that you can use such data to take decisions from an informed standpoint. Without a data engineer, you cannot have your AI models, because how will you train those models without data? You can't make decisions. You can't make decisions for visualizations. The whole thing will be a mess. That's why a data engineer is quite needed in every organization, especially because they're considering employing data experts. So to understand how very, very relevant that they are, data engineers answer very important questions for organizations to drive business decisions. A data engineer, these are some of the questions you answer. A data engineer, you must understand the requirements of the data consumer, the data analyst, the data, all the guys that need data, and the broader implication of the data for the organization. So when making decisions, when building systems, oh, do I implement this two stack? Do I implement this two stack? Why should I use this over this? These are the things you think about borderline as a data engineer. So where can you work as it? And I'm sure that's some questions you all have. Oh, if I learn this data engineering, can I just work as a data engineer? Can I work as you can work? Data engineering is like studying medicine. You want to specialize. As a medical doctor, you can specialize as a cardiologist, as a pediatrician, as an oncologist, as a hematologist, as a gynecologist. You can specify in any way area. Similarly with data engineering, you can specify in other fields. You can work primarily as a data engineer. You can work as a cloud-based engineer. You can work as a data architect. You can work as a DevOps engineer. You can tilt to DevOps, which is quite closer to the building infrastructure, not just for data systems, but for the full software space, for the full software infrastructure, not just the data side of the infrastructure, full on thing. So you manage every infrastructure, you set up resources and manage them. So that's like a step higher. And you can work as a DevOps engineer after learning data engineering. You can learn solution architecture. You can build and implement the solutions for softwares as a solution architect. That's a step higher. You could specialize as an analytical engineer. You can specialize as a Python. You could tilt into development itself, software development itself, especially as a Python engineer / developer. You can go into database administration. A whole lot of other fields open up as a data engineer. This is just some of them. The very, 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 very popular ones, but quite a lot. Yes, data platform engineer, data ops, quite a lot of things you could do as a data engineer. So why should we train with 10 analytics? What do we promise you? What do we offer you in 10 analytics? One, phenomenal achievements, helping people get jobs. We have a track record. Speaks for itself. Testimonials. You check about us, check our website, check YouTube, check LinkedIn, check Trustpilot. You see lots of reviews about us. We've helped over 2,000 plus people transition from classroom to their first job. I will show you all of this. We'll show you live. There, we'll show you. We've helped people move from the classroom into tech jobs across the world, from UK, US, Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia. We have a track record of remarkable success over the last 4 years doing this, helping people achieve their dream. We have an industry standard curriculum and facilitators to boot. So, and we have the most up-to-date curriculum that we still keep on constantly improving. If you had anyone who has been with us, who has passed through our training a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they will tell you themselves that, man, the quality right now is, because as time moves, as people grow, we also grow with time. We improve, we update, we always want to keep. That is why we don't just, no disregard to the school, but we don't just pick people that just teach and have no industry experience. We all work with up-to-date industry experts to ensure that what is invoked in the industry is what is inculcated into your training. So the best trainers in the industry with experience in Fortune 500 companies, that's what we inculcated this. A blended training to accommodate every type. Now, The training has been designed to meet you at your pace. Yes, it has a schedule, which is 3 months of training, then proceeding into internship, which is roughly about 2 months. So entire thing take 5 months. But then again, it's a combination of live classes and videos to walk you through every step. So you can watch the live, you can participate in the live classes and also show the videos. So whether you're a fast learner, whether you're a slow learner, we can meet you at your pace. And to make it interesting, even more interesting, there are also tailored sections to position you to land your first job. So it's not just all about the technicals. Oh, we want to learn, no different from saying Coursera, or you want to learn data engineering, just go register for a full-on course, learn the technicals. No, we also focus on the professional side of things, teaching you not just the technical side, but balancing it with the professional side. Things like how to prepare your CV, how to optimize your LinkedIn such that recruiters can notice you and you can get notifications from recruiters, how to prepare for interviews, how to negotiate salaries, how to search for jobs, how to find jobs, how to interact with them. We teach you all of these things. So you can see it's a complete package. Complete package. Now, how is the, when you now look at the data engineering ecosystem, how is the program overview like? So you have 100% 100 online learning. It's remote, there's no physical meeting. We don't have a physical office in Tenerife. Even since I started working in tech, there's not been a day I've walked into an office. I work fully remote. It's one of the interesting aspects of working in tech. So it's fully remote, hands-on training, hands-on practical. We literally hold you like this and walk you till you get to that place where you want to be. It's a hands-on practical section with video exercises and projects. You have lifetime access to all your materials. We will not wake up tomorrow and say, oh, our websites have stopped working. You cannot access your videos. You have, so whether you finish your training today, you want to revise, you want to check up something, it's always there, made available for you. Boom, you just have to sign up and you're in. 20 plus classes, 50 plus topics. Suffice it to know, as a data engineer, the average payout for salaries 8 million naira. 8 million naira, and if you're paid in Nigeria for annually and about 52,000 pounds. This is researched out. Those figures are not just arbitrary, from research. You can check it out. You can do your survey, check out places like LinkedIn and look at the average pay for data engineers. Within Nigeria, outside Nigeria, tell me what you see. It's not just training. We give you projects that you can add to your portfolio. So you could say, oh, I've worked with analytics. Well, yeah, we'll write references to that effect. You've worked with us. We give you projects that you can add to your portfolio. There's 100% job prospect visibility. You get an industry relevant certificate, and the training, as you well know, is 3 months of training, 2 months of virtual internship. So it's not just training, teaching. We also offer an internship package where you gather industry experience, working in an agile-based environment. So our internship is built to replicate the industry experience that you're looking for. So when you train, you can also apply in the internship. So it's a full-on package. So how do your journey begin? Let me just show you typically how it begin. Oh, I want to learn this engineering. All of you are here now. So I reckon that after this training, after this session, you will sign up, make your money payments and all of that. So how do your journey begin? Boom, you start by learning intro into data engineering. So this is how we guide you, literally. All of you that join, tell me if I'm wrong at the end of the day, because you all get to see my face a lot. So you start up with learning intro into data engineering. Boom, you move to learning Python and SQL. Walk you through Python and SQL, because this is the primary tech stack you guys will use when writing your code. So yeah, Python and SQL, that's the next step. What's the next step? Boom, we teach you about bash commands, version control, using GitHub and Linux. How to push, how to enable Git, how to track changes to document over time. Boom. The next thing, you learn about data modeling, how to build a database model. You learn about the concept of normalization, how to design a database model, how to design a data warehouse model. We teach you about that. Boom. The next thing, you teach you about pandas, what I just used in this particular work to manipulate and clean the data. You see those things I did with the dates? That was using pandas. We teach you how to do that. We think, okay, now you've learned how to analyze data. It's becoming interesting. The next thing we teach you is Apache PySpark. How do you handle data that come in millions, billions of data, petabytes of data? How do you handle such volume of data? Boom, PySpark. That's what we'll bring you to. A big data processing framework. And you learn how to do that. The next thing we'll show you about the concept of ETL, data extraction, data cleaning and transformation, data loading. Then we'll introduce you to cloud computing. Introduce you to cloud computing using Azure or GCP and GCP. And by the time you've put all of these things together, you learn about the concept of orchestration, of using things to orchestrate data, how to automate the entire process of ETL. And that is the concept of pipeline, data pipeline, data orchestration. By the time we've done all of this, you can beat your chest that, yeah, you're ready for the market. So you see how your journey starts. From here, and before you know it, you are here in a couple of weeks. And you are ready to enter into the market. You're ready to work on jobs. You have the skill, you have the professionalism, and we're confident that you will do extremely well. Interesting. So, all our programs come with free internship. It's not paid for. So long as you register for the program, pay for the program, internship, you're open to the internship. Pointing we just asked, complete your training. You do a capstone presentation at the end of the training. Complete your training, present, and boom, go straight to your internship. Free of charge. So you get to learn how to make your CV, how to build a portfolio that stands out. And not how do you show such a portfolio? Like, give an example. Take a look at my portfolio. This is the website, portfolio website. You get to showcase it. So when you apply for jobs, oh, what have you done? Oh, you don't need to talk too much. You can just show it. Seeing is believing, isn't it? So here's a sample of a portfolio website. That's show. I could show you guys a sample. So just copy and so this is one sample, but I want to show you my own so you guys can appreciate it. It's cool talking about this thing and show you guys a practical example of it. So I want to show you guys my own portfolio. You guys can take a look and appreciate it. But this is a sample of a student's portfolio website, as you all can see. This is a sample. So how to showcase tasks you've done, things you've done, and other things. You got to keep updating the portfolio website. So mine is still loading. Once it's loaded completely, you guys all get to see it. But while that is loading, let's continue. So once that loads, you get to see it. So how to build a portfolio website like that, you get to see. Now, of course, it always seems impossible until it's done. One thing you can best believe is sure that we build you to be industry ready. We build it to be industry ready. We just ask that you work with us, give us that trust, give us that commitment to put in the effort, make industry ready. Now, I'm not going to show you example of how we've done this. We've done this over and over and over again. I'm going to show you practical examples of how we've done this. These are two students that I will show you other students as well. But these are two students. I'm just going to play this for you guys so that you guys can get to hear from them. It's like when I say hear from the horse's mouth, you get to hear from them and how they took this training from the beginning, just like you guys are about to. And it took it, and now they've landed jobs. But this one landed a job in the UK. I think the other one landed a job in the US. So it's coming up, so you guys will get to hear it for yourself. Just wait a bit. Okay, let's play this first.
Hello everyone, my name is Idris. How I heard about Ten Analytics was through
you okay here, right?
Instagram. So there was this ad. So and I was interested in what I saw there. That made me decide to go through their website and see the product they had.
Oh.
going through the curriculum, I realized this was exactly what I was looking for, because I'm this kind of person. I very much love the learning fundamentals when I'm diving into a new field, and this was exactly what 10 analytics is doing. They starts from the fundamentals and begin to help from there. And that made me enroll into the program with them. And my learning experience throughout the program was very productive because I gained a lot of concepts which I'm applying in my current role as an since finishing the program at 10 Analytics, I've been able to secure a data engineering role at Jackal and Rover, and recently I just secured a new role as a senior analytics engineer. So my advice for anyone is, if you're having any doubts or if you think, oh, you need to delve into this field, I advise you to just go to the website, check on the courses there, and see what you're interested in, and start from there. Thank you.
So there you have it, guys. That is just one example of a student. We've helped heck of a lot of students to migrate into this field of tech. Sorry, just pause the video there. So we helped a lot of students migrate to this field of tech. Let me play this particular video for you. This other video I want to play for you guys. It's quite interesting because when I joined Analytics, I've sat in his own interview prep. I was part of the people who prepped him for the interview for this job, and he secured this job. And now he's having fun in the UK, doing what he does best as a sales engineer, implementing the knowledge he acquired from data engineering. This Michael. So it's interesting to watch it. But then again, this is made available for you guys, so you guys can see. I think the video is taking a bit of time to buffer, so if it comes up, awesome. So we can just continue, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to discuss with you guys. So these are other videos. This material will be made available to everyone for joining this. Just make sure you fill in your details in the form, and all this, you can take your time and go through all the different videos at your pace. Now you guys may be wondering, oh, okay, what makes Analytics different from the other people out there that offer training? What gives you guys the difference? The difference here, we will tell you, is that we are showing you success in a 3-layer approach. What is this 3-layer approach? Number one, training you and the technicals and the professionals. First level is we train you professionally in the aspect of help you arranging your CV, navigating the job markets, optimizing your LinkedIn. We help you in interview preparation, we prepare you for interviews, uploads optimization. More importantly, we also write recommendation letters for you. We've done this for a lot of students because, let's face it, we're working with companies abroad. Many of them will ask for recommendation letters, and we're here to assure you that we can be that first shop to get you that recommendation letter. Yeah, no problem. Tell them you work with us. We encourage students to. Your time in internship can serve as time spent working with us, and and even when you're done with your training, you could still tell them you're working with us. We'll write you recommendations to that effect. So, weekly sponsored mentorship sections, on the job support in terms of helping you, working with you, guiding you to securing the job till you're comfortable, settled in. So, third level, I promise to you, if you put in all the effort, you put in all the energy, you're ready to work with us, you can be sure that you'll get at least an interview a month after completing the training with us. As long as you're ready to work with us. That's one thing we can guarantee you and assure you with certainty, because we've done this over and over and over and over and over again. Our next cohort is beginning on 3rd of August. The next training cohort, where we'll be, and not just you guys in data engineering, there are a lot of people from other aspects, data science, data analytics. And this is the price range for this, the price range for that. Because scan the coupon code, the barcode. Now, our training is will be going for a discounted price of 20% off. Depending on wherever you are in the world, if you are in US and you want to pay US dollar, that will be 600,000. um, 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 pounds, that'll be 500 pounds. In euro, that'll be 580 euro. In Canadian dollars, that'll be 900 CAD. You being that if you're making your payments now, you're making your payments soon, um, you'll be open to making a discount payment. You can pay in installments rather. You can pay first installment and you can pay the other balance. Um, so you can break up the payment. Now, when you make your first payment to register, you can balance up and make the second payment a month into the program. So you can look at the program and, oh, I like this, and you proceed to make your balance payment. And it is a matter of funds. You can actually take your time and space this at the plan yourself. Between that, at least you make your payments now. You can know that, oh, between now August, you have enough time to walk over and get in rest and be able to do that. Now, that's pretty it. And you're going to proceed. There are links made available for you to proceed to make a payment. So letting you guys know that we've been here for so long. See other testimonials of other people we've helped. Some in data engineering, some in data analysis, some in data HR analysis, different professionals we helped assist. Many of our students, you see them working across different companies, students across different companies. And letting you know that we've been here for a while. Here. So the QA section, now we're back into the QA section, so let's discuss. So what do you guys think, and are there questions, feedback, inquiries, queries? The QA section is open now. Feel free to ask a question. You'll just unmute yourself and ask a question, or you put your hands up and we'll be able to unmute you and you can ask a question. So go ahead. If you have a question, go ahead. Let's attend to it. Okay. So let me see the chats. I think someone dropped a question there. Okay. So I would love to hear some feedbacks. So I will be speaking out, reaching out to some people to give me feedbacks, so that we could be able to hear and pretty much attend to people. If you are interested in the code materials, like I said, materials will be made available. There's a survey form on the chat. Just fill out the form, drop your details. We'll be able to email those materials and all that to you. So you guys can work on that and enjoy. So I want to hear from a few of you. Just going to be calling some names at random. Belinda, how are you doing? What did you think about the section? Are there questions, feedback, queries you have? Are you registered? Hi, Belinda. Belinda, are you on the call? I think Belinda is not here. Let me move to the next person. Oh, there's Ghetto Mox Global Limited. I don't know who this is, but maybe you just want to meet yourself, tell us your name, talk to us. Let's hear you. Deck Talks Malls Global Limited. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so I'm guessing a lot of people are not on the call. That's funny. DZ, hey DZ, what's up? How you doing? Hi DZ. There's DZ on the call. Okay. Okay. Fermi, how you doing? I think Fermi gave a thumbs up earlier. Fermi, what's up? How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening. I'm doing good.
Awesome. Nice to hear from you. Thank God you're on the phone. You're on the call. I think that the rest people were not on the call. Maybe they're shy. I don't know. So, what do you think about the training? And are you registered at the moment, or are you considering registry?
Yeah, the training is actually very, very okay. And I greet the lecturer who took off through the training, and my greeting to other colleagues also who are on the same program. Yeah, I'm still looking at it. And for us in Nigeria, I don't think you really specify hours in the payment stores.
Okay, okay, that's awesome. That's glad to know. I'm really excited to hear that, and I'm hopeful that you make your payments. I'm optimistic that you make your payments and come to see things for yourself. You get to see a lot of you get to see a lot. So not much to say. When you join the program, we will just a lot more. So I look forward to seeing you, Fairly. Thanks. Um, Let me hear from Ganiat Karim. Hi, Ganiat. How you doing? Are you there, Ganiat? Okay, I'm guessing Ganiat is not on the call. Hakeem. Hi, Hakeem. What's up? How you doing? Hello, Hakeem. How you doing? Are you on the call? Okay, so it's interesting to note that, and I think it's important to mention that so this discounts the discount actually has a limited slot. It will open to the first 20 persons to secure a slot there. Interesting to note. Yeah, so I would want to take advantage of that as soon as possible. And it's important to also let you guys know that for these discounts, they are not always available. It might come next month and the discount available next month is say 10% or there will be no discount at all. So it's not fixed. It varies. Just like how everything varies in the economy, it varies. So just to put that out there. So I would recommend that if you are making your decisions, try as much as possible to make it as soon as possible. Make your payment closing. Once you make payments and secure your space in the cohort, uh, you'll be provided all your you'll be contacted. You'll be provided all the training things you need, and in time you'll be made given access to the platform. So basically, seeking. So all you're doing is just chill down. You're waiting for your training. Of course, you could join. There are other things and programs that we organize to communicate and further discuss with you and give you better ideas and maybe better one-on-one conversations. You get to not just meet me in those sections, you get to meet the founders, you get to meet other people in 10 analytics. You can ask questions. You get to meet some of the industry experts that I talked about. You get to meet them and ask questions and basically clear the air on other things that you probably need information about. So that's just to let you know on the side. And of course, you're open to attend those sections even if you've made your payments or not, just to get better idea, better information. So yeah, so I recommend that everyone, when you're making payments, you're not making a payment, fill out the survey forms on the chat, and so that you can be able to at least get better information moving forward. Ife, how you doing, Ife? Ife, are you on the call? Hello, Ife. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. It feels like I'm talking to myself because I've called a couple of names and they have not been. Belinda is not here. Detox Moss is not here. DZ is not here. Ganiat is not here. Hakim Husseini is not here. Ife Akuzu is not here. Martin, how are you doing, Martin? Martin, are you on the call? Hello, Martin. Hi, Datamox. Could you unmute yourself? Let's hear you. Maybe I should unmute you. Unmute yourself. Let's hear you. How you doing? I called you earlier, but I don't know. It seems like you're not on the phone, on the call. Okay. Martin, are you here? Is Martin here? Oh, I hope it's not cold feet though. There's no reason. Plus, you also get to learn as a data engineer that you cannot be having cold feet. You should be able to carry conversations and talk and express yourself. That's normal. That's natural. Raymond, hi Raymond, how you doing? Raymond. Hello, Raymond. Are you on the call? Okay, so Raymond is also not on the call. Maybe I should ask these guys to mute. Ro, hi Ro. How you doing, Ro? How you doing? Are you on the call?
Hello, Doc.
Oh,
I'm all
okay.
right. Right.
Oh, that's Raymond. I guess I can hear Raymond now. Hi Raymond, how you doing?
I'm very well. You?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. So how did you find the section?
Network my is not friendly.
Oh,
Yes.
again, that's the Datamox as well.
Oh, this is very interesting. Very,
Awesome.
very. So
Awesome.
I believe, people ought to enroll on this program. It's one
Yeah.
of the best. One of the best. No?
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm really glad that you hear that. I take it, have you registered already or you're about to?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Awesome.
I'm about.
I look forward to seeing you. You'll be seeing my face a lot. Um, um, surprised you to know that the facilitator that we're taking you guys August cohorts is quite skilled, quite advanced in the industry. Um, you can pretty much
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Datamox, how you doing? I think you mentioned your network is so good. Can you hear us clearly now? Yeah, good day. What's up? How you doing? How did you find the training the section? No problem. You guys don't have anything to worry. The recording will be made available on YouTube. Available on YouTube. What I do reckon you do for better understand. So the record will be made available on our YouTube page. You can just check out our YouTube page. But then again, make sure you fill the attendance form. Before it's uploaded to me, the copy will be sent to you guys so you guys can watch. So make sure for everyone, even whether you join, whether you want to probably watch it, make sure you fill the form, provide all your details so that we'll send you the materials for tonight's section. We'll also send you the recording. So you have nothing to worry about it. So you're safe hands. And if you need any question, any follow-up, any feedback, you can contact Shay, Media, Aimoa, any of the contacts that you see on your screen right now. You can contact any of them for more information, and you have anyone. We are there on the run to answer your question at any point in time. Awesome. Thank you very much, Jetimox. Ro, hi Ro. I saw your message on the chat. You want to unmute yourself? I want to hear your voice. I love hearing you guys' voices. So hi Ro, what's up? How you doing? Ro, are you shy? You don't want to say anything? Don't you want to unmute yourself? I'm good. I'm good. I'm having fun. What to do? Have you registered on the program already, Ro? Yeah, it's a really great program. Do this continuously. So I take it that you're planning on registering soonest. Try and be amongst the 20 people, the first 20, so you can take advantage of the discounts. So I think it's always fun to get a discount in this kind of thing. So I reckon try and take advantage of it as soon as possible. Sign up, put in your details, make your commitments, and just get ready for the class. Ruwa, how you doing, Ruwa? Hi, Ruwa, how you doing? Is Ruwa there? Is Ruwa on the call? I think it probably Ruwa is not the call. Thomas, how you doing, Thomas? What's up? How you doing? That is Thomas Okum. Thomas, are you there? Are you on the call? I think Thomas is not on this call. Tunji, hello, Tunji, what's up? How you doing? How you doing, Tunji? Tunji, are you on the call? Guys, please, if there are any specific question you have on data engineering or on the program, yeah, sure. Ro is asking, can I get the tutorial for Python? Yeah, sure. The program is broken down into a series of tech stacks that you would learn. The primary language that you'll be learning and you'll be using throughout the program will be Python, because primarily as a data engineer, you have to pick one of these tech stacks, whether Python or Java. Python is what is widely used, widely acceptable, and is what we'll be using to train you guys for this particular program. So you'll be learning how to use Python. So yeah, it's built on the background of Python and SQL. So yeah, so you have nothing to worry about, bro. Once you make, I think once you make improvements, it's made available. But then again, if you check out our website, you can see all of that information that you need to know on the program. But I do say fill in the forms and you can be able to ask. And if you're all interested, we can show you a sneak peek of the old classroom. Are you more can show that if you're all interested. Wambu, how you doing, Wambu? I think you mentioned earlier that you're joining from Kenya. How you doing today? I think it should be quite late over there. It should be like in the middle of the night in Kenya, if I'm not mistaken. How you doing, Wambu? I hope I got that correctly, though. Apologies if I didn't. Wambu, how you doing? Are you there? Okay, so I think that Wambu is not there. Zolani, hi Zolani, how you doing? Zolani, are you there? Okay, so Zolani is not on the call. That's fine. Um. Hi Chris. I don't think I saw you earlier when I was calling. Hi Chris, how you doing? You got a question for me? Any question for me, Chris? Okay. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it. I do hope you all have filled your names in the form, the feedback form. Of course, if there are further questions, you can communicate to us. You can reach out to us. We are there to listen to you, to follow you up, to talk to you, and guide you through every process you need to know. What you need to know to get started, what you need to do, software you need to install. We're ready to provide all these supports for you guys at every point in time. Seems like a lot of people are quiet or maybe have cold feet or they're shy to talk. Well, it's cool. I enjoyed speaking with you guys. Thank you all for your time. I had fun learning and talking to you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys in the August cohort. I'm always available to answer your questions. I'm sure every other guys here, Aimwa, Benga, every other guys here are all available to answer your questions if any comes up. So guys, feel free to talk to us, feel free to communicate with us, feel free to ask your questions. Bogus, tell us things that you are interested in, things that worry you, things you want to know. We're here to listen to you all and make sure that you guys have a very, 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 very smooth transition into tech. Maybe at another junction, I will talk about how I transitioned from my own field of pharmacy into data engineering, which is quite an interesting story for another day. So I look forward to hearing more about you guys, and I do wish you guys a fun time. Thank you all for coming around, and do have a fun time. Take care. Cheers.